So, hello and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this. This is a knitting dolly. You can find them pretty much all over the place. A little while ago, you used to be able to find them in gift shops in historic locations. I think that's where this one is from. But what is it for? What is the point of it? Well, the point of it is to make Icord, which I'm going to show you how to do today. But then following up from that, I want to hear from you. What do you actually do with your Icord? I never do anything with Icord. I will sit there and make it and then do nothing with it. So I wanted to hear from you. What would you do with it? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how this works, and then we are going to have a look at making some Icord. A little quick tutorial, really doesn't take too long to use this, and you don't really need anything other than this. It usually comes with a little needle, wooden tool or plastic tool to help you make it. Sometimes it's a crochet hook, sometimes it's just like a pointy stick. I'm going to be using a crochet hook from my stash, and the yarn and some yarn, which I've just pulled out of a bag that I'm currently using. My camera has just literally just turned itself off, so let's turn it back on. Perfect time in there. And so let's start recording. Okay, so hopefully we are recording. Looks like we are. We are going to start by, I've got to try and figure out how to do this without knocking the camera every 5 minutes. Okay, so what we've got is, basically what I've done is I've created a slip knot and I've put that on, and then I've got this tail end here which I'm going to pull down into the centre. And to do that, I'm just going to put my crochet hook. That's why I prefer to get a crochet hook with these, because they're a bit longer. I'm going to put my crochet hook through the bottom, and then I'm going to grab hold of that tail yarn, hopefully. Bear with, it can be a little bit fiddly to start sometimes, so put that there. Pull that through, and I'm going to pull this back up because I want my loop back. And I'm going to put that loop over there. Just going to pull that back down again. Okay, so we have our first one in place. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the yarn round the back, wrap it round the whole thing, and then come around this side, wrap it round, bring it back round, then round that side, and then bring it back round, and then we've gone around the whole thing. Then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap that around the front of that one and then around the back of the second one. That just locks it into place, gives you something to hold on to, because now what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom thread here and we're going to put that over this top thread here. So we're going to grab hold of that with our hook, bring it up and over, and we lose it all. Now this is normal, this will happen all the time, and it takes a while to get back in the swing of things. So I'm just gonna set it up all again. You're not missing anything. So we've got one hoop loop on there. We're going to bring this around. We're going to go around the back and then around the front. Going to go around the back and then around the front. Round the back and then round the front. Round the front. Pop it in. Come on. There we go. And then we're going to put our loop in front of our next one here. Now at this point I always try to say to myself, or I need to make a point of my first stitch or my last stitch. So I will always take note that my first stitch is over the left hand side of the face, so the right hand side of the face, so it's over the right eye of this face of this person. Depending on what sort of knitting tool you've got, you could mark it with a bit of permanent marker and always work from that place. But in this particular model, I will work off that eye. So I'm going to go up and over, just like that. My working yarn is here. I'm going to bring it over the front, and then I'm going to bring this bottom one up and over. Bring it round in front, up and over, and then this is the last one of the round, up and over. And that's basically it. That is how you do Icord. So I'm just going to sit here, I'm going to do a few of these, I'm going to speed it up. So you can see what it actually looks like when it comes out of the other end. Now, as you can see, I've literally just dropped my stitch there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that one back over. I'm going to find what looks like the last stitch, and it will basically loose, just hang in there. Okay, I've got two there, so is that the right one? That's the right one. Yep, that looks pretty good. There's no hole there or anything, so I'm just going to pull that round again. It does happen, you just need to kind of find the last stitch, which will be going over the stitch from the row before. So if you look at the way this is happening, we're just going over that yarn there. So it's actually quite easy to find those stitches when you do drop one. It's just making sure you find it pretty quickly. It's harder to do if you find a drop stitch some rows back. So again, I'm just going to give that a little bit of a pull, and then I'm going to carry on with this. So I'm going to carry on doing this, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like when it starts coming out the other end. And I'll keep an eye on the time to see how long it takes me to do that whole section. So as you can tell, I've now gotten to the point where my knot is here. So now we will start seeing the work actually come through, or the cord start coming through. It's been around about 8 to 10 minutes since I said I'd be back. And I've literally just been doing the same thing. Give it a yank. I'm going to go around again. And again. Like I say, it's very, very quick because you're literally only working on 4 stitches at a time. So it's very quick to do. Pop that in and give it a pull. Now, as you can see, we can see the work coming out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cast off now. And to cast off, what I'm going to do is I actually need a pair of scissors. So bear with me 1 second. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off and leave in a reasonable tail. It doesn't have to be very long. Just enough to be able to go through all of the stitches. Where am I? There I am. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're basically just going to go from the inside coming out, but we want to trap that yarn like so, and then we can pull that off like so. Now we're going to do the same again. Go underneath, and then we're going to pull that stitch off. Why do I keep getting knotted up? Okay. Pull that stitch, there we go, and then through there. Do it again, go underneath the loop, pull the loop off, and then just pull that stitch back through. Very weird. And then we've got one more stitch to go. Go through there, pull it off, and then back through. And then you can just pull that out, and there we have our I-cord. My question to you is, now what? Now what do we do with this? we've made some cord, what do we do with it? I don't understand. In modern day, what would we do with Icord? So put down in the notes and let me know what it is you're actually using this Icord for, because I can only find one thing to do with it, and to be honest with you, I just use it to tie up some blankets. So that's all I've ever used it for. I think years and years and years and years ago, I did a knitted version on knitting needles, and I used that to make a cord around a cardigan. But other than that, I don't really know what to do with this. So if you've got any comments, let me know what you would actually be doing with Icord once you've made it. I'll be really interested, because it's actually quite a nice little thing to do. If, for example, you're on a train for an hour and a half and you've got one of these handy, you don't need to take much with you. Thanks very much for watching. I'll be back next time with another video, but in the meanwhile, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out one of these other videos that's popping up on the screen about now, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Anyway, forget all that, I'm talking bollocks. So,